this one, as I said to Coug fan, this sets up is an epic Apple Cup. It does. Both teams are playing tremendous. Both teams have found who they are. Both transfer quarterbacks, you can tell, have grown in confidence. The Huskies' O-line is playing as good as they played since 2016. Receivers, obviously, as good as they played since 2016, and Penix right there with Jake Browning, ripping up some of his records, not going to quite catch his 40-some touchdown passes that year. On the other side, Wazoo's D-line, when Wazoo has been very good, there's been one common theme through the decades, their defensive line. I faced them in 97, bunch of NFL dudes, Bender and Boos and crew, and they were awesome. Early 2000s, tremendous defensive line. And what they're doing on that side of the ball all season long, playing 8, 9, 10 guys, something that's not normally the case at Wazoo, where it's hard to find quality D linemen and front seven people. They're middle linebackers and All-American. This is going to be a good matchup. The odds makers got it right. It's about a 2.5-point line favored to the 9-2 Huskies, who've been more consistent than the Cougs. But this is going to be a nail-biter, and I think one that will go down in the annals is one of the more enjoyable games to watch on a very, very late Saturday night.
Hey, who would this win be more important for? Which team this year?
Well, I think if the Huskies win, you get to 10-2, and depending on what happens, they need help. They need Oregon State to beat Oregon. That could happen. That's on the road. Oregon is thrashed physically, nearly lost to Utah. So they need Oregon to lose, and they need Cal to upset UCLA Friday. So they will know the outcomes of both of those games, and if those two dominoes fall and they beat the Cougs, they're playing USC in the Pac-12 championship game. So I don't think there's any question who it's more important to in that way. Obviously, for Dickert and Wazoo and for what they've done this year, it'd be an enormous feather in the cap. Would better the bowl game for the Huskies, depending, and they'll know, as I said, what happens in the tiebreakers. They'll still have a chance to play for Pac-12 title. And if not, you get to 10-2, and we'll see where the rankings are. They'll be, I think, in the playoff rankings about 12. Right? Teams lost ahead of them this week, 13. Now all of a sudden you become relevant to a New Year's Six bowl if you go 10-2 as well.